girls, something really sad happened. I tried to make this little educational video for everybody today. It was going to be about like the ways that POTS affects us and the way other people don't understand. And I had a board, and I had like this little person in the middle of it right here. And like surrounding the person, I put like dreams that you might have for your life. And then I put like basic things that people take for granted in the middle. And then I was gonna have this little angry POTS guy come in and rob you of everything. And then I made the video and I watched it and I thought, that is not only depressing, but it really doesn't show what I'm trying to say in the right way. So I took all of the things down. I threw them on this desk, and I am remaking this entire video right now. But anyway, I'm doing okay. I'm a little overtired, but all in all, I'm doing pretty good. And I was happy to watch all 3 of your videos this week. Leah, I know you had a really rough day. I hope you're feeling better, and hopefully you are not in pain anymore. And Paige, get some sleep. You do look very tired. I hope you're taking care of yourself. And Gwen, I have said some crazy things. I talked about this in one of my videos before, but I have said some crazy things in the past. Surprise myself every day with the things that I can come out with. I used to have really good grammar and a big vocabulary, and now I find that when I describe things, I'm like, that was nice, that was good, and I'm like, whatever happened to really using more descriptive words? But I guess when you're tired all the time, that's really not your biggest concern. Paige, you asked about driving. I do drive. I don't drive long distances. If I'm driving for like 20 minutes, I tend to pull over maybe halfway through and rest and then continue. And that really helps me. It just helps me to rest and just kind of regain my strength and then drive the rest of the way. But it's something I've gotten better with as time goes on. I still get a little bit woozy with all the sensory stuff, like the cars going on each side, like the traffic and just the motion of the car, but in general I do pretty well with it. I am hoping at some point to get a handicapped pass for the car. My doctor actually filled out the form like a couple years ago and I forgot to hand it in, so now I have to have him do it all over again, which he isn't going to be happy about, even though it really wasn't that big of a deal to fill it out in the first place. But you know how doctors are when it comes to that. So I don't know, guys. I feel really bad, but today I have like nothing to talk about. Oh, Shannon, it was great to see you outside and getting some fresh air. I'm actually filming this on my new computer's webcam, and even though the camera's a lot better, I still kind of have to yell because it's quiet, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay, I guess I'll talk about what I was trying to talk about with this little demonstration that really failed. I was trying to talk about the way that, and this was a conversation that Leah and I had earlier today actually, we were just talking about the pressure that family members and friends put on us despite the fact that we are dealing with these symptoms and this condition. And honestly, when I started my YouTube channel, I really thought, wow, this is like a great way for me to show everybody what's going on in my life and a great tool to help them understand, and it didn't work out that way. More than anything, my YouTube channel has been more helpful to other POTS patients, which I think is great, and that really was my biggest reason for making it. But I was definitely hoping that in the meantime, maybe people in my life would discover the videos and that it would really help them have a better grasp on what I was dealing with and why maybe I had to cancel on them sometimes or I couldn't do certain things. It's so important to never blame yourself for what you're going through. You know that it's something that you cannot control. So if you don't have a job or you're not able to go to school or whatever it is that people are blaming you for or people are making you feel guilty about, I want you to know that it's not your fault. And I know sometimes it's hard to separate that because this is something that our body is doing whether we like it or not, and we're inside of our body, and it's easy to look at it and be like, wow, I feel so bad that I have to cancel on somebody, or so bad that I can't babysit, or so bad that I can't be the daughter or the wife or the daughter-in-law, the sister, whatever, the friend that I want to be to somebody. It's really a difficult thing to live with. And I know that a lot of us deal with that on almost a daily basis. We are always struggling with trying to live up to people's expectations, trying to make people happy. Coming from somebody who never really liked to say no to people and always liked to please everybody, it has been really difficult for me to have to tell people, hey, there are certain things that I can't do, or maybe I'm out with somebody and they want to keep going, I have to stop, or they want to go somewhere else and I can't. And there is a part of me that always feels like a little guilty, like it was my fault, like I ruined the day, and I do have to constantly remind myself that, hey, this is something I don't control, something that is completely not my decision, and anybody in our situation would be struggling in the same way that we are. So if in your everyday life you have some people who are expecting things from you that you can't do, maybe they want you to get a job that you can't handle, maybe they're blaming you for not making enough money, or for not being able to go out somewhere and do something with them, whatever it might be, big or small, please don't feel like it's your fault, because it absolutely isn't. And you've just got to give yourself so much credit for doing what you're doing and fighting through it. And just remember, just walk around. That's kind of my resolution right now, is just to continuously remind myself it is not my fault, and I'm not going to let anybody or anything make me feel guilty for something that I can't control. To those of you who we haven't gotten back to yet, I know we've gotten some messages and comments, and we will definitely get back to everybody, even if it takes us some time. And please stay in touch and keep commenting and messaging, because we love hearing from you, and your messages mean a lot to us. And you know, that's why we made this channel, to reach out to you guys. So please keep participating. It's great to have gotten to know all of our viewers, and you're all wonderful. Girls, I hope you're doing good, and this is a great week for you. And Shannon, I will see you tomorrow. Love you guys. I forgot to ask a question again. So my question this week is kind of simple. I want to know how everybody's vision is, because I'm kind of curious to see if there's a correlation between POTS and bad vision, because my vision is awful and I'm wearing contacts right now. A pair of glasses, but I hate wearing them. I just feel like there's like something between me and the rest of the world. I'm nearsighted, and basically if somebody is standing like across from me, say this little box was a person, and they're right here, their face would probably be blurry. And any further than this, their face would be really blurry. Like I could tell that they have like eyebrows and eyes and like a nose and a mouth, but I wouldn't be able to clearly see it. I figured out when I was 8 years old that I was nearsighted, and I was devastated to find that out. And from then on, my vision has kind of declined, but it finally stabilized. Like the last 3 or 4 years, it's stayed where it is, and I'm actually, I think it's negative 4.50 on my contacts, whatever that means. So do you guys have good vision, bad vision, nearsighted, farsighted? Let me know next week in your videos.